With scholarships available at MIT, Caltech, Carnegie Mellon and Johns Hopkins, Bill decided to go for a cooperative school, General Motors Institute. This would allow him to work for 10 weeks and earn money before going to school for 10 weeks. Out of the 5,000 applicants, Bill was chosen to go for AC Electronics in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Bill was to work as an electrical engineer at AC and was chosen to work on the Apollo beryllium gyro navigation system. He developed several patents, and one day in 1970 the Apollo 13 astronauts needed help. The American public and most of the scientists were lulled into a false overconfidence. It seemed the trip to the moon was easy.
Unknown to the crew at the time, an electrical short circuit sparked a fire in the oxygen tank's protective covering, causing the tank to explode with such a force that it blew a huge panel off the surface module. The explosion also ruptured the backup oxygen tank.
Hey, we've had a problem here. Say again, please. Houston, we've had a problem.
I went past Jack, looked out the side window, and I could see escaping at a high rate of speed a gaseous substance from the rear end of my spacecraft. And very shortly, we'd be completely out of oxygen. And we'd be completely out of electrical power. And when that occurred, because we gimbaled our maneuvering engine by means of electricity, we would lose our propulsion system.
What started out as a routine milk run to the moon was now turning out to be the single greatest test of NASA's creative ability to solve complex problems on a real-time scale to bring the crew back alive. The mission was lost, and these astronauts were in a broken-down spacecraft almost 200,000 miles from Earth, going in the wrong direction and with no idea how or if they were going to come home. Since all of the systems of the spacecraft would have to be pushed beyond the outer limits of their specifications, all of the contractors were also contacted for their expert opinions on what could be done to help rescue the crew. While most of America slept, control rooms around the country hosted crews of bleary-eyed technicians working on computers, slide rules and simulators to come to a solution to this crisis.
GM was outbid by Honeywell and GM started to lay off people, especially in the math department. There were only 3 people working in this department on that day, and 2 of them were off sick. Only Bill was there to answer the important questions. Can we turn off the gyro for hours at sub-zero temperatures and turn it back on? Bill said of course, while not really knowing. The decision was made to do just that, but turn on the system would require precise 3-dimensional calculations. This could only be done by a master mathematician. The 3 workers had 30 hours, and after feverish work there were 3 answers. The boss, knowing Bill's extraordinary math skills, chose his calculations.
And it worked. The Apollo 13's successful return was a stunning success against the odds. Perhaps the Apollo 13 mission showed the world, beyond any shadow of a doubt, just how much could be accomplished when the success of a mission was the only thing that mattered, where thousands of people contributed anonymously towards achieving that single goal, and taking pride in the team effort without any self-serving attention given to any one individual.
The result? The astronauts landed with 15 minutes only of oxygen left. General Motors was then to close the Apollo navigation project. When they asked him to work on bombs and weapons, Bill, respect for the eightfold path, prompted him to quit GM. Bill promised to never work on weapons.